Hi, so it's me, it's Erica. I'm back again, day one. I promised you all on yesterday that I would start chiming in each day, kind of giving a little bit of information for the care of the seniors, our elderly population. So today I'm going to start the topic off with understanding the different levels of senior care. I'm going to mention a few things that you probably have heard before. If you work in healthcare, you probably already know this. If you don't work in healthcare, you may have a loved one and you're thinking about it, or just anything. Honestly, I just want to make sure that we all are aware, because I feel like sometimes we know about it, but our elderlies can be forgotten sometimes or be placed into the wrong areas. So I just want to kind of give you some information each day, the next 30 days actually, just topics, just different topics. And of course, you can always comment or inbox me. If you have my phone number, you can text me, email me, whatever the case may be. Just reach out to me if you have any questions or if you would like to hear me discuss something. I already have 30 days set, but I will change my schedule for you. If it's a good topic, I will change it just for you. So today we're going to talk about understanding the different levels of senior care. Okay, so I'm going to mention 6 different ones. Um, and I'll go just give you a little details about them. And then you can, of course, comment, message me privately, call me, um, Google it. I don't know it all, so you can also Google. But I just want to put some things in your ear just in case if you come across a situation or in case you have another family member, a friend, coworker, anyone that may need this help. So the first topic or the first level I will mention is home care, home with home health. This is the easiest one, the one that a lot of people are battling because they don't know if they should leave their loved one at home or what the next steps can be. So I will tell you this: if you decide to leave your loved one at home, there's also options of home health, home care. A lot of people don't think about adult daycares. There are adult daycares. We don't really like to call them daycares, but that's what they are. Adult day centers. That's better choice of words. One thing that a lot of people don't know, unless you're actually in healthcare dealing with this, or if you have one local in your area. Of course, I'm reaching out to you from Statesville. So what I'm going to mention, I know there's one in Hickory and then there's one in Lexington. And I think the Statesville area falls under the Lexington building, which is PACE. A lot of people don't know about PACE at home. Google it. If you want to keep your loved one at home, please Google PACE at home. PACE at home is wonderful if you can get your loved one in PACE. And what that is they pretty much operate like an adult day center, but they also do the showers and baths. They also have the medical director. They'll do games. It's almost like being at a nursing home during the day, but going home at night. They provide transportation as well. There are some stipulations, some insurance rules that you would have to go through. So again, just think about that if you are thinking about keeping your loved one at home. Home health, home care, PACE at home. And just to help you out in this area, if you're thinking about keeping your loved one at home, they have little companies like Bayada, that's local. Visiting Angel, I have a good friend that works with Visiting Angel. I can definitely make one phone call and make that happen. Right Care, I think. There's Home Instead. My mind just went blank, but there's a lot of different home cares. All you have to do is get on Google and look up home care or home health near me, and you'll have a list. If you decide to do that, reach out to me. I'll help you narrow down your list. I'll help you look at prices. I'll even help do an assessment if you wanted me to, just to let you know, hey, this is what you need. This is, this is a suggestion, what you may need or what you may not need. Lastly, when it comes to home care, if you have a nice sized family, if you attend a church or your loved one is a member of a church, sometimes there are people that in the churches that can kind of help you split up the hours. Maybe one person can commit to a couple hours here and a couple hours there. If you have a larger family and there's different individuals that you can trust, that that will come through and show up for the loved one, that's always another option. And you can actually utilize them as your home care aide. So they will, not only are they, someone that you love and trust, but they can also get paid for assisting with that. So yes, reach out to me so that I can kind of go over that for you. Okay, next one, the next level is independent living. So independent living is for, let's see, I guess I'd say for seniors who are mostly independent and want to live in a community with other seniors. So anyone like 65 and older can live in an independent living. Perfectly fine. A lot of people, once they get married, or even husband and wife, or if they no longer have a spouse, and they're very active, and they rather live in an independent living community with other people around their age, instead of going into assisted living or being at home in that house for all these years and no one really comes around, everyone has moved away, or working all the time. Independent living is number one. Like that's a really, really good option. There are different independent livings. I can't think of any in this area off the top of my head, just in states for by themselves, but I know Hickory, Charlotte, Huntersville, Winston, the bigger cities, I know they all have different independent livings. One thing I do want to let you know, when you Google this, sometimes you'll Google independent livings near me, and then it'll start showing assisted livings and skilled nursing. So again, when you Google this type of stuff, if you don't reach out to me or someone else in healthcare, make sure that you know what you're looking at, because you may think that you're selecting independent living and it could be something else. And then there's some assisted livings that actually have like an area of just independent living. There's one in Salisbury that I really, really, really love. But again, reach out to me and I can give you those names. Next level of care would be assisted living. Very similar to independent living, but you need a little bit more help. But you really don't have to have, or need more help to go into assisted living. You just know when it's time to make this decision. So in the event that you progress and you look for something, just a little bit more like, so for instance, for the seniors who need help with daily activities of living, like bathing, dressing, medication management, assisted living is your place. Sometimes you can have a loved one where you can go, you can be around them, their mind is great, everything is great, but sometimes they just forget to take their medication. Or it can be just daily reminders of using the bathroom. It's just different things. Again, assisted living would be the next step after independent living. Again, an assessment is necessary before you make any decision. So you definitely need an assessment. And most of the time when you reach out to some of these companies, they will actually have someone to come out and perform an assessment, and assess you, or assess your loved one from head to toe. And kind of, they'll ask different questions like, what is your daily, what is life like daily? Do you need help with eating? Do you need help with bathing? So many different questions involved in that. But that's assisted living. Next, so technically the next one would be skilled nursing. But before I go into skilled nursing, I want to say memory care. That's actually where my heart is. I love memory care. All things memory care, I love it. So I have the most to say about memory care. But memory care is a specialized care for seniors with Alzheimer's disease or other forms of dementia. And so with memory care, you can be assisted living level and be in a memory care, like assisted living memory care, or you can also, skilled nurses actually can have a memory care area as well. So memory care can go under assisted living or skilled nursing. So I wanted to make sure that you all understood that. And before I get off of assisted living, one thing that a lot of people don't know about is family care homes. And what that is, they are little homes where they can't operate. I think it's no more than 7 beds. And family care homes, it's literally what it sounds like. It is a small home. So it's like your basic 3 or 4 bedroom where it's set up as an assisted living. As I am an assisted living administrator, so I can actually operate, manage, and run a family care home, which is 7 beds or less. But I can also operate an assisted living, which is 7 beds or more. So a family care home, I forgot to mention that, but I'm glad it came to me. So family care home, it's like you want to keep your loved ones with the home-like feeling. So it's not the 60 beds or 120 beds or 200 bed facility. It's literally no more than 7 people in a home. And they have to be assisted living level. So when I say levels, so there's levels to it. So there's like most of them are level 1 through 4. When you're kind of like a level 1, level 2, you can still, well, you can really get up to a level 4 in assisted living. I don't recommend it, but you can get up to a level 4 in assisted living. But level 1, level 2, they're kind of functioning, pretty much well on their own. A lot of family care homes, they take them like in a small minivan. You can go on little trips and little rides. It's literally being at home, but being in an assisted living home, like in a house structure. They are specially certified. But I can go more into family care homes. A lot of people don't know about those, but I'll go in more details about family care homes. And I have a list. I do. I have the state of North Carolina, and I can get it for any state. So if anyone that is joining in that's not from North Carolina and you like this content, I can get it for your state as well. But for the state of North Carolina, I have the list of assisted livings by county, the list of skilled nurses by county, the list of family care homes by county, and as well as independent living. So when I'm giving you this information, I also have a list, and it's catered to your area. So if your loved one is in Charlotte, North Carolina, but everyone is from Raleigh, I can help get your loved one transferred from Charlotte to Raleigh for the best care, for the best, just for what they need. So going on beyond that, the next level of care is skilled nursing. Skilled nursing, which is where I spent most of my time. Skilled nursing. It taught me everything I know now. So skilled nursing, yeah. Also known as a nursing home. I think most people back in the day, the older people would call it a rest home or the home or something like that. But you'll either know it as skilled nursing care, skilled nursing facility, or the nursing home. Just plain simple. Be honest with you, that's just what it's called. And that is 24-hour, which assisted living is 24 hours as well. But that's 24-hour medical care for seniors with serious health conditions. So in assisted living, you'll see a lot of people walking more. Sometimes, most of the time, or it's preferred to have more walking than wheelchairs in assisted living. But you do have people in wheelchairs. That's not a here or there thing. You can be in a wheelchair and be in assisted living, and don't let no one else tell you any different. You can. But when you're in more of a skilled nursing care, you may have one person that can walk 2 or 3 here and there. It's never really just full of people that's walking. Skilled nursing is it's like the highest level of care. And with a skilled nursing facility, you have more people that are total lifts, the bed bound, the ones that really can't get up by themselves, need a Hoyer lift. There's a lift called a sit to stand that helps sit them up, stand them up, put them in chairs. So skilled nursing is a very good thing, and it is it's very important. I know that in my area, we don't have the best how do I say this? We don't have the best, I guess the best outlook on skilled nursing facilities. But as someone who has been in this field for 17 years, sometimes people go in it with the wrong mind and not understanding. You know, you don't understand. You want, when you put your loved one in a care facility, you want that same exact care, 24/7, one-on-one care that you're giving them at home. And so I'll be the one to break the bad news. I'll be the one to tell you, honestly, if you want that one-on-one, I always tell families, if you can afford to hire a sitter to come in and cater to the needs, then go ahead. But when you put your loved one in an assisted living or a skilled nurse, and understand that there's other people there that will need the same help that your loved one is giving them. Now, by all means, they should get top tier care, of course, but there are other people there that also need the same exact care your loved one need. I always push this. Please go visit. If you put them in facilities, don't go visit to be nosy and to be messy, but go visit, because if you want to see your loved one get better, especially if they're in a skilled nursing for short term, just for rehab, and then return home or return to an assisted living or family care home, whatever the case may be, go visit, please, because the number one thing that pump them up and make them feel good is visits from the people who they know that love them. So please, please, please visit your loved ones wherever they are. If you're busy, I get it. I'm a mother. I work full time. I understand being busy. Then call the church. That's my number one thing. Call the people from church. There's someone at the church that can go and visit. I mean, that's just what it is. Call, the neighborhood group. If they were in a group, or if they worked at a certain job for 30 or 40 or 50 years, they have friends, they have relationships, they have something. Call the people and have visits, because the one thing that upsets us the most as healthcare workers is to go in to work every single day and watch someone not have visitors, or they may have that Mother's Day or that Father's Day visit, or they'll have that Christmas visit. No, go. Even if it's once a week or twice a week or just weekends only, please go visit. It just makes it better. It makes it better. Again, reach out to me. Call me if you have any questions, if you need me to go on any details about any of this. Last but not least, the one that we don't like to discuss, but I'll be the one to tell you, hospice. Hospice care. That's end-of-life care that focuses on comfort and support. Hospice is very important. One thing I tell you about hospice, and they also have a program called palliative care as well, which is great. And that's kind of like the symptom management. It's more to it. I know I'm from Statesville. Of course, first thing I'm going to say is Hospice of Iredell County. Now, I know other places. Caron, Carolina, I love them. Oh, Carolina Caron, I said it wrong. Carolina Caron. There's other ones. Via Health, VIA, Via Health. But I am an Iredell County Statesville girl. I know all about Iredell County, Hospice of Iredell County, and I have contacts there. I can make one phone call right now, and I promise you I can have someone by the next day at your house from Hospice of Iredell County. But we have to think about hospice, because hospice, yes, of course, that is end of life, but sometimes you can call them in sooner. And if your loved one is at home, that can relieve the care, like the caregivers. Like, someone can come in and you can just actually take a break, take a shower while that hospice nurse is in there giving your loved one a bath. It could be something that simple. Also, hospice care can be given in facilities. So if you put your loved one in an assisted living, assisted living, family care home, skilled nursing, hospice can come there. So that's another thing I always like to let everyone know. Just because you put them on hospice care does not mean they have to leave and go to the hospice house. They don't have to. We do have a beautiful new hospice house built in Mooresville as well. But the thing about those buildings can get full, and they have home visit people that do home visits. So Don't think that, oh my goodness, my loved one is going on hospice and they got to go to the hospice house. Now, when that time comes, yes, I've seen the care at every hospice house I've went in. The care is just amazing. I mean, I love it. I love the end. I know this sounds weird, but end of life can be beautiful just because of the care and the peace and, symptom management, pain management. It's a beautiful thing. So when you hear those words, don't ignore it because of hospice. It can seem scary, but just keep that in mind. So those are the few things that I did want to go over. Again, do not hesitate. Send me a text message. Send me an email. If you don't got my phone number, send me an inbox message because everybody don't got that number. But nevertheless, I'm here to assist you with anything that you need. Feel free to reach out to me. Most importantly, please share. The only way this information will get out is if you share. If you have a loved one that's not in North Carolina, that does not matter. I can still help you even if you're not in North Carolina. I have resources. So I can help you even outside of North Carolina. But please share, and reach out to me if you have any more questions. Toodles. Talk to you tomorrow with a new topic. Have a good night.